that it's gotten the message out to the other students is doing it myself, leading by example. And that's what I'm trying to do here as a trans species, as Ronnie the rat, is like, listen, there's a social stigma. Me trying to date other furries like this in Allen, there's not a community, there's not a bar that accepts me, Chris. I can't just go to the bar like this.
You serious?
So let's begin with these with Ronnie the rat. So Alex Stein is a character. Tell me, Darth Vader, what's your perspective on Alex Stein and some of the things that he is doing in a way to communicate his message?
It's definitely interesting. Definitely different.
It is. It is. No, I think there's a level of wisdom there, especially when you're addressing people who are unwilling to listen.
He definitely grabs your attention.
Yeah, because you're trying to talk to them as normal. I think sometimes these guys are just like, you can't reason for them with basics, facts, and reality. And sometimes I think Alex Stein going to the extreme to put on a show has certainly brought about the message, and he used some level of sarcasm, satirical and everything. And I think by him doing that, he's like you said, he grabbed your attention. Unfortunately, it seems like that's how far some of us have to go to help some of these leaders to think, some of these people in position to realize the nature of what they're doing. So, all right, I'm going to mute myself, and then so that we don't hear the echo, and I'm going to let this thing play out, and then we'll comment when it finishes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Next, I have Ronnie Thurett. Sorry.
That's me.
Oh, goodness.
I'm Ronnie. How you guys doing? Hello, council. My name is Ronnie the rat. I'm a trans species elementary school teacher here in Allen ISD, and I just want to try to bring more awareness for furries like myself. Now, I have the most students in my class that have actually transitioned from a human being to a cat. Now, I know I'm a rat, but that's more because I'm a Chuck E. Cheese, freak. I love Chuck E. Cheese. I've spent a lot of time there, but that's why I like rats. But this is the problem, is we have a lot of trans inclusivity in other cities like Frisco. They're doing pride parades at a lot of churches. We're not doing any pride parades at churches here in Allen. And that's what we need. We need more kids on gender reassignment surgery or gender reassignment hormones. And the best way, I think, for me, that it's gotten the message out to the other students is doing it myself, leading by example. And that's what I'm trying to do here as a trans species, as Ronnie the rat, is like, listen, there's a social stigma. Me trying to date other furries like this in Allen, there's not a community, there's not a bar that accepts me, Chris. I can't just go to the bar like this. I get made fun of. And that's the same thing that's happened to my 9-year-olds, my 10-year-olds. If they feel more comfortable being a cat, I don't mind putting a litter box in the classroom that lets them defecate in there. That's what I think is important. And should I tell the parents? No, we shouldn't tell the parents. These kids can make decisions at 10 years old. Like, their parents shouldn't be involved. That's what makes me so mad, is I get all these parents that are mad at me because I oftentimes buy these costumes for these kids, and the kids go home in the costume, and the parents come back and they yell at, scream at me, and they say, we don't want you to sexualize our children. They call me the G word, Groomer, which is basically like the N-word. And it's just a terrible description of who I am. I'm trying to help young kids be themselves. If they want to be a cat, if they want to defecate in a litter box, I'm all for that. I'm talking to the principal. I'm trying to get the cafeteria tables on the ground so that the kids are able to eat more ergonomically on fours like an animal. This is what we need to do. We need Allen to be more inclusive. Right now, we're suffering from a lot of bigotry. And so I'm Ronnie the rapping rat, so I want to end on a little rap. Yo, my name is Ronnie, I am a rat. If you talk crap, I'll get the gat. Get the booster, test it on 8 mice. I don't really care if you got lots of lice. I'm a pimp on a blimp, teaching my kids their gender. We can cut it off, throw it in a blender. Gender reassignment surgery is the key. It will set you free. Get a mastectomy. I love when you cut it off. Then you can be the boss. I'm a teacher, not a preacher. God is fake. The earth evolved from pond scum. 2 rocks smashed together. That's how we got here. Ronnie the rat. don't grab the gat. I don't really care if you sit in the front or the back. The indoctrination is super strong. You can come to class in your little thong. I don't care what you say. Gotta vaccinate the straight, gotta vaccinate the gay. And that's what I'm sad. I'm sad that I was not one of the 8 mice that Dr. Anthony Fauci chose to test the booster on. So I have a lot of sorrow. I have a lot of things that I'm upset about. And I just want to bring awareness to Ronnie the Rappin' Rat. You guys can do this. We can get more kids to become trans species, and we can get more gender reassignment surgery for 9-year-olds. Thank you. Thank you guys very much. Primetime Stein on Instagram. Thank you guys.
Okay, so the next,
Yikes.
Oh boy. Darth Vader. I think we are allowed to talk now.
So that just happened.
Oh, he is ridiculous.
Wow.
I didn't the who was the guy running this thing? Chris Schulmister. He didn't know what to do with himself. He just moved on. He had no comment.
What do you say after that?
I have no comment. I'm just gonna move to the next video because
Yeah.
I mean,
Because pretty much anything we say is gonna get us shut down.
yeah. I remember when that my wife and I we did the video on the slippery slope. Was it with what was that guy? Is it Greg something? Anyway, but just the idea of just how as we push this transgender stuff is like there's no limit to and now we have the fairies to deal with, and they are asking for their rights too. Are we going to say they can't have their rights? Are we gonna say those who feels or identify as a cat, as a dog, however they choose to identify as? And he made reference to the litter box in the classroom, which I listened to Joe Rogan speaking about that, and I was like, that's a real thing. It has happened. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing is, where do they think this stuff is gonna go? Do they think this is gonna come to a complete end just like that? It's just gonna keep going.
Yeah. It's just gonna progress into the next thing, into the next thing, and then the next thing, to whatever's fashionable for the next whatever.
Yeah. Here we are. Our world has gone crazy, right? Yeah.